of lakes and mountains. It's about half the size of Switzerland, and it has a population of 2¾ million. Here in the north is some of the most beautiful scenery in the British Isles. Behind me is Snowdon, Britain's second highest mountain. Wales is not an independent nation. In 1292, the English king, Edward I, invaded Wales and built 14 huge castles to control the Welsh people. His son, Edward, became the first Prince of Wales. Since then, all the kings and queens of England have given their eldest son the title Prince of Wales. I'm sure you know who the latest one is. Here at Carnarvon Castle, Prince Charles became the 21st Prince of Wales. Although the English have ruled Wales for many centuries, Wales still has its own flag, its own culture, and above all, its own language. In the towns and villages of North Wales, many people speak English only as their second language. Their first language is Welsh.
Iawn, diolch yn fawr, sut ydych chi? Ydych chi'n cael heddiw? Na chi, ydych chi'n deithon heddiw felly?
This is Llanberis, a small town at the foot of Snowdon. 86% of the people here speak Welsh as their first language. Elizabeth Roberts is the headmistress of Llanberis Primary School. In her school, the children have nearly all their lessons in Welsh.
The language policy in the school is that children should be bilingual by the time that they are 11 years old. The children are taught through the medium of Welsh most of the time, but we do teach English to them as well.
Is it a problem for them learning two languages instead of one?
No, not at all. What happens when a child learns two languages at the same time is that they have an insight into two cultures. They learn to read, so they have all the folk tales of two languages. And another thing that helps them is they can pick up the third and fourth language without any problems at all.
Which do you prefer, English or Welsh?
Welsh. Welsh. I prefer Welsh. Welsh. In Welsh, you spell things just how you say them. In English, there are more silent letters.
Can you tell me some English words in Welsh?
Chair, cadar. Rainbow, enfys. Table is bwrdd. Yes is yeah. Good night, nos dawch. School, ysgol. How are you is sut ydych chi?
Welsh is one of the oldest languages in Europe. It is a Celtic language, like Breton in France, Gaelic in Ireland, or Gaelic in Scotland. 2,500 years ago, Celtic languages were spoken in many parts of Europe. Most of these languages died out a long time ago, when the Romans invaded these areas. But some Celtic languages have survived in the northwest corner of Europe. So the Welsh language has survived for more than 2,000 years. But over the last 100 years, the number of Welsh speakers has fallen very quickly. Now, only 20% of Welsh people speak Welsh. English is now first language in most of Wales, and it is possible that the Welsh language will die out. Many people now believe that it should be preserved. So what are they doing about this? Well, all official forms and documents have to be in Welsh and English, and all road signs have to be bilingual too. And since 1982, there has been a Welsh language television channel. Most importantly of all children at school now have to learn Welsh. But is this enough? Will the language survive?
A lot has been done up to now to help the Welsh language. Road signs, bilingual documentation, and there's a Welsh Language Act. But also, I think a lot more English people have to be educated and need to be told that we are a nation that stands by itself. We have a language and our own culture.
The future of Welsh is uncertain. The problem is that Welsh has to survive next door to English. And as we all know, English is a very successful language.